There. What's up, YouTube? I just trade with some Doge and other cryptocurrency news, my thoughts and technical analysis. And remember, this is not a recommendation to buy or sell anything, nor am I selling anything. This is for my personal use, my trading diary in a sense. If you attempt to copy my trades, you will lose money. Smash that like and come follow me on Twitter at IDEX Trade. Now, all the new investors out there need to know this game is a long-term thing. This is not a scratcher or a casino. If you have bought Bitcoin at all-time highs back in, like, look here, let me show you guys something here, guys and girls. If you would have bought Bitcoin at all-time highs back in when it first came out, let's see. Let's say you bought in here at all-time highs, $1,200. Let's call it $1,200 right there. You would have bought in all-time highs for $1,200. You would have held, if you would have held for 5 years to 2017, you know what? You would have been at almost $19,000-$20,000. And then let's say you would have came in again and bought all-time highs at that $19,000-$20,000. If you would have held for another 5 years, guess what? You would have been up at $64,000. Do the math. You would have blew your return out of the waters. Do you understand where I'm going with it? It's basic. It's plain and simple. Now that same analogy basically applies for Dogecoin. That's where I'm going with that. So like when you hear shit like this is bullshit right here. Don't listen to this. Okay, so you got the Dogecoin co-creator says cryptocurrencies are a shady business, to a scam run by powerful cartel to benefit the rich and to benefit the rich. Okay, that's kind of wild for the guy to come out and say that. I mean, it's something that he invented in 2013 as a joke, and just because it's disrupting the rest of the financial, it might be tinfoil in a way, but for all we know, he'd be getting paid off, because the banks, they don't want to be buying Dogecoin. They don't want to be buying Bitcoin at no $64,000, not at no 74 cents. They wanted to bring it down, right? They want it to be where it's at right now. This is a good time for people to be buying it. And then we have a CEO, the Coinbase CEO responds to Dogecoin co-creator with crypto offers more freedom. Crypto is a much needed breath of fresh air for those who believe that stable solutions are often inefficient, overpromised, or undelivered. Brian Armstrong said. I believe that's basically why I've transitioned into, nothing but cryptocurrency, and it's not nothing but cryptocurrency, but a majority of cryptocurrency. It says accredited investor laws are a good example. They were credited with the best of institutions to protect regular people from scams. A noble idea, but what has been the actual result? They've often made it illegal to get rich via investment unless you're already rich. That's sum it up in one quote. That's what it comes down to. Now, on another note, we have former U.S. Treasury Secretary Munchkin, I call him Munchkin, says his view on Bitcoin has evolved. For those of you who don't know who Secretary Munchkin is, this is our former President Trump's Treasury Secretary. But he also, this is a quotation from him, a quote from him. He said, if people want to buy Bitcoin as a substitute no difference than buying gold or other crypto or other assets, it's fine. I don't personally want to have it in my portfolio, but if people want to, that's perfectly fine. And we have Spike Lee, old money is out, new money is in, commercial for cryptocurrency ATMs. If you guys haven't seen this one, you should go check it out. I know Spike Lee from Eminem music videos, and I think he did Michael Jackson, and he did a couple other ones. I can't think of them off. That's just the ones I know off my back. But CoinCloud, a digital currency machine operator with more than 2,000 machines, announced Wednesday, features a commercial titled "The Currency of Currencies," describing it as a raw and honest snapshot of the history of the system. The IRS is trying to crack down on people that are trying to evade, paying their taxes and all that. The IRS is treating virtual currency like Bitcoin as property, meaning that they are taxed in a manner similar to stock or real estate property. The agency recently ramped up efforts to subpoena centralized crypto exchanges for information about non-compliant U.S. tax. Come on, I mean, I pay my taxes, and I believe everyone who enjoys the same benefits needs to and should pay their taxes. President Joe Biden's 2022 budget proposal could lead to a raft of new crypto reporting requirements. Yellen says regulators are also expected to meet on Monday to discuss stablecoins in light of the rapid growth in digital assets. It is important for the agency to collaborate. Important for regulators to assess the potential benefits of stablecoins while also mitigating risk they could pose to users, markets of the financial system. Stablecoins and other digital payments options are receiving more attention from lawmakers, Federal Reserve offices, and other policymakers, and new options emerge and gain traction. Fair Powell told lawmakers during a congressional hearing this week that stablecoins are growing incredibly fast, but pointed to their lack of appropriate regulations as a point of concern. This is a quote: "If we're going to have something that looks like something that looks just like a money market fund or bank deposit, we really ought to have opportunities." Have appropriate regulations, and today we don't. That's basically what Powell said on that one. That's basically where we're at right there. I keep telling everybody it's summertime right now, so there's really not a whole lot of action going on. That's why I've been basically posting up like one video every other day, if not one a day. It's just like it's too hot. Like everybody, there's really no investors there. Everybody's wrapping it up quick on the stock market exchange. They're just like, that's just the way it is. I mean, summer's almost over. Usually after July, August, usually that's when it gets picking up a little bit. But let's jump in and do some technical analysis. And don't forget to smash that like and subscribe to my channel. This is your first time tuning in. Now let's look at, I'm going to actually look into I'm going to keep it on a 30-minute one. Get rid of the last drawing right there. And usually when I look at charts, like what I'm looking at, like we see this correction we're having, and obviously it's a downward one. Now, what I always look at on the long-term one is look at the RSI. What the RSI is, look, we barely tested the RSI. This is coming in the second time right now. Like, we need to test the RSI. We need to get the oversold areas. And we're quite not like there yet, because this last time we just need to hurry up, rip the band-aid off at the end of the day. I mean, we need to get down to low RSI so we can, contract and shoot back up. But like when I look at them, I basically think like a bouncy ball in a sense. Like we're at all-time highs, so you're gonna get thrown off a cliff. Bam, we're gonna bounce, and then we're gonna bounce again. And usually when you run out of bounces, that's when someone picks the ball up and we throw it. That's I mean, I hate to use that analogy, but that's how I look at it. It's like, you're gonna throw the ball, sooner or later it's gonna stop bouncing. Once it stops bouncing, someone's going to come in and kick it, or someone's going to come grab it, and they're going to throw it up in the air again, and then we're going to be back on bouncing again. We're going to be rolling again right now. That's how I look at it. So, like, we are already getting here. If you were watching this 12-hour one, this last candlestick here was actually yesterday it was green. And today it turned into a pretty big red one, but it's actually getting ready to go green again. We got a lot more on the green than we do on the red side, but that really doesn't tell you jack. That really don't tell you jack anything. So I'm actually interested to see what happens Monday when Janet Yellen speaks, and when they because it's going to be closed behind the doors. Like, we haven't had one of these in a while, so we don't even know what the hell they're going to talk about. But we know cryptocurrency is going to be one of them. And we'll see what I think the next one's going to be, the housing market, and then probably inflation concerns again. Everybody's still been on inflation since the beginning of the Rono. And then that's the next thing that's going on. We got the Rono out there. I mean, it's just too much uncertainty in the world right now. People don't know what's going on. But it's still looking good on it though. I mean, if you come in and actually zoom in a little bit, it looks like we're actually I mean, we tested the 17 cents down here, but it's not that bad. I mean, we're still doing pretty healthy. Like, we need to get here and test these levels of supports. We can't just go parabolic all the time and not have a level of support. And then right where we're at, this is a pretty tight level of support where we're at. We should be able to stay right in here. But if we fall through here, that's even better, because I mean, once we get to this 16 cents, I mean, it's fine with it. Let's get it over with already. Let's get down there and see what we're gonna do. Let's stop lollygagging. Get your, we ain't gonna tiptoe no more. Let's dive the fuck in. You know what I mean? Don't forget to smash that like and come follow me on Twitter. I'm out of here.